Hey everybody, this is a update video on my channel. Um, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've put out a video, and I felt like it would be really good for me to do some sort of update on what's going on with this channel. Um, so here it is. And I figured it would be nice if you guys saw my face rather than a desktop screen this time around. So anyways, what's going on with this channel? In the summer, I came out with I started two series. I started a series called Foundation 6, make a trendy website with Foundation 6, SAS, and Panini. So I started that, and the reason I started that is because I definitely wanted to do a next step from the Make a Basic website series, because that one was obviously very basic. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more, that had a little bit more to it, and I wanted to use it with SAS. It felt like that would be a really good step. And at the time, I had just heard about Panini. I think it had been out for a while, but I had just heard about it. I was like, oh, this is from Zurb. This is really cool. I should do a series on Foundation 6, SAS, and Panini. That would be really cool. And so I started it. And yes, that was one thing I started in the summer. The second series I started was how to make a blog with Express.js. So I started both of those things. And then September happened and things got really, really busy at work. And I decided, oh man, I'll just take maybe a bit of a break. September, October is gonna be really busy. Maybe when November hits, I will not be busy anymore. I could get back to YouTube. But then November happened, and then that was actually pretty busy at work as well. And just recently, I started teaching a course on HTML and CSS. It was a 2-week course in January, which was awesome. It was really, really fun. I loved it. But that kept me pretty busy for December and January because I'm prepping for this 2-week course. And now we are about to enter February, and it looks like at work it's going to be pretty busy in February as well. And so I'm starting to realize something. Life, at least for me right now, is always busy all the time. And I can't just say, I'll get to certain things I really want to get to once things become less busy, because it doesn't look like it's ever going to happen, at least for a while. I need to figure out how to make time for the stuff I really want to make time for, even though it's busy. So that's just something I'm realizing in my life right now. And YouTube is one of them. YouTube is something I really, really like to do. I started a year ago not expecting anybody to watch my videos at all. The reason why I started my first series was I wanted to put something on a portfolio, because I thought, it'd look really good on a portfolio if I had some YouTube videos that a potential employer could look at or whatever. And then people started watching it. You guys started watching it. You guys started subscribing, and totally blew me away. And I realized that it's something I really like to do, and it's something I want to continue to do. So yeah, I got to figure out a way to make time for this, and how to put out videos and for sure finish what I started. So here's the status on those two series that I started in the summer. The truth is, when we talk about the trendy series, Panini, I don't use it. I don't ever use it at all. It looks useful. I think it's probably useful for some people, but for me personally, I don't really ever use it. I probably wouldn't suggest anybody using it just because I don't. Again, nothing, I'm not knocking it. It's just something I don't use. And so why would I teach people how to use something that I have zero experience in, really? The only experience I have is for prepping the video. And that's dumb, that's lame. So I'd rather show people stuff that I actually use. And so again, when I started it was new, it was interesting, but 6 months later, I'm realizing, I don't really use it that much. So that sort of killed my motivation for that project. So I'm going to kill the project, or kill the series. Delete them, really, is what I mean. Get rid of them. But I do think that making a trendy website with Foundation 6 and Sass is valuable. And I think maybe that's one reason why people want to see that series, is because they want to see how you use both of them together to make a more complex homepage, at least. So I want to redo it. But instead of using Panini, something I don't use ever, I'm going to switch that out for Express, which is something I do use, something that I think is super valuable. And something I would suggest people use for like a simple 5-page, 10-page website. So that's the plan for that one. And the other series I started was how to make a blog with Express. I'm also going to redo that one. You're going to be like, man, why are you redoing all these series? I started that one, I think I didn't start it with like the base, just Express and that's it. I started it with someone's code on GitHub, and that was just a stupid idea. So like, that's not the way you teach something. So I want to redo that, and I actually am 9 videos in for that series, and it's looking pretty good, I think. So so that's the status on that. And this is a new thing I'm going to do now. I'm not going to put videos out one by one. I'm going to wait until I complete the whole thing and then put it out. And I think that will result in never having these like hanging series for like 6 months. You know, it's lame. So that's kind of the plan. So I'm pretty far along in the Express blog series, so hopefully that's going to come out soon. And then after that, we'll do the trendy website with Foundation 6, Sass, and Express this time. Yeah, so that's the status on those series. And going forward, I've given a lot of thought on like different things I would want to do. And so at my job as a front-end developer, like 85% of my job is JavaScript, writing JavaScript. Doing HTML and CSS, that's not really a whole lot of my job. And that's my job. Like other people's jobs, maybe it's 100% of their work is HTML and CSS. But if you want to be like a front-end developer, most of your time is going to be spent on JavaScript. And so I want to do some series on JavaScript as well, especially like a beginner JavaScript course or series, because it's so hard to get into. Like when I started web development, my strategy was, if I can get by with never learning JavaScript, oh, that'd be sweet. I'll just get really good at HTML and CSS, because that's my comfort zone, and I'll try to steer away from JavaScript. That was my plan at the beginning, because it was so intimidating and so hard to wrap my head around. But I don't recommend anybody do that, because that's just, you have to know JavaScript if you want to be a front-end developer. So I want to do a series on that. And I also want to do a series on Vue.js, because that's sort of been my life since September at work. We use Vue.js. And it's something that, it's becoming popular and people are looking for, series on it and stuff. So I think it'd be cool to do one on Vue.js as well. So anyways, those are some ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And last thing I want to say is thank you for sticking with this channel, even though it's been dry for a while. Hopefully we're going to get more videos up. So we'll see you then.